Welcome to another spontaneous episode of SuperB MMA with me, your host, the Super B. Today I'm going to cover UFC 200, and not the whole card, of course, 'cause I don't care about Sage or Pena fights or anything. Pena's I might talk about Pena, but you know what I mean. Before I start, those special shout out to some of you podcasters out there. Hello to the Last Real Heels, Razor Cabron, that whole Lucha Underground family. I think it's the show, and all you guys know who you are, so a special shout out. So let's start off. Let me see, I'm not going to talk about the main events yet, but let's start off with Cain Velasquez versus Hapa. By all odds, as far as tools go, Cain Velasquez should be able to take this as long as he could work him up to the fence, body to body on him, take him down, keep him grounded. Cain should be able to ground and pound decision, maybe even a knockout. But there's always that puncher's chance and that kicker's chance for Travis Browne. So I did place a small wager just in case for that chance for Travis Browne. But my official decision, I think Cain Velasquez is going to take it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Travis sneaks in an elbow, a punch, or an up kick and takes it. But official pick, Cain. Up next, we have DC versus Anderson Silva. Since this isn't a title match anymore, this is a tricky one though, because this whole event is just weird because this wasn't even the original main event for UFC 200. Originally it was Conor McGregor versus Diaz, and we know that fell apart. Then this card came in, which was Jones versus DC, to save that card. And then this fell apart, and they pulled in Anderson Silva. So we have an Anderson Silva who's walking in about 195, 196 for this fight, versus DC, who looked sick trying to make it to 205. So there's a lot of factors for this fight. On paper, as far as your momentum goes and everything, DC should take it pretty easily. Based on Chael Sonnen was able to manhandle Anderson Silva. Styles are very similar, except for DC has better stand-up. But Chael showed how easily Anderson could be put on his ass, which DC should be able to do a lot easier than Chael Sonnen. So if DC sticks to that strategy, he's able to get inside, hold up against the fence, do double leg takedowns, and put him on his ass, he should be able to grind it out. That's if. But if DC goes in there emotional, because he's been on an emotional roller coaster, and we all know what an emotional little bitch DC can be. So I actually placed a pretty nice wager on Anderson Silva with the upset. I think DC should win it by all means, but Anderson Silva is smart. He has those counters. He's coming in stronger because he comes at 195. He doesn't have the cardio to go the 3 rounds though. So Anderson Silva is going to try to take it on the second round. But official pick, just because I placed the wager, I'm going to go with Anderson Silva. But I do think DC should be able to take this. I think DC wants to go in there and destroy Anderson Silva, make a point, since he knows he's in there with the supposedly greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all times. So hopefully DC does do that. He goes in there, he has no mercy, he embarrasses Silva, slams him on his head, and knocks him out. I'll be happy to lose money that way. But the man is not very smart. That's the problem. He's emotional, he's easy to influence, it's easy to get in his head, he might break. Hopefully he doesn't. I'm pulling for DC, but I want to make some money, and I don't trust you, DC. Up next, we got Frankie Edgar versus Jose Aldo. Ooh, this one's a tough one to pick, because we got Frankie Edgar, who's just improved so much through the years. He's gotten better and better. Did short work with Chad Mendes. And then we got Jose Aldo, who was undefeated for 10 years, but was recently broken. Conor McGregor broke him, knocked him out in a flash, quick. Has Jose Aldo recovered? He struggles with his entire UFC career. He's always pulled off victories, but sometimes barely. I think Frankie Edgar is going to have him on this one. I'm going to go with Frankie Edgar. I think it's going to go the distance, all 5 rounds, but I'm hoping for a round 3 knockout, sort of what we've seen with Eddie Alvarez and Dos Anjos, which I did call that too, by the way. I made some nice money on that. I even called the first round. So that's all I have on this match. This match is too even to get too much into details. It's going to be a lot of back and forth. Frankie's footwork of cutting angles versus Jose, but everybody figured out now that Jose reaches a lot. Will Frankie be fast enough to cut an angle, cut him off, and knock him out the way Conor did? I'm thinking he will. I'm calling decision, but I wouldn't be surprised with a knockout round 3, round 4. And up next we have the man beast, Brock Lesnar versus Mark Super Samoan Hunt. Exciting fight. Who am I gonna pick? I wonder. This match, I don't know, it could go either way. Mark Hunt could go in there, catch Brock, knock him out, but I don't think that's going to happen. You see, for the first time ever, we have WWE version of Brock Lesnar. The last time Brock came in, Brock didn't come in directly from the WWE. He came in from failed NFL attempts, fighting for Dynamite, whatever, USA, whatever the hell it was called. And then he came into the UFC with diverticulitis. Whatever, that's his excuse. I don't believe it. Now we got juiced out Brock Lesnar. WWE Brock Lesnar, fresh off a WWE tour. He's used to being physical. He's used to throwing people around right now. And that's going to happen to Mark Hunt. My prediction for this fight is round 1, 2 tops. And I have nice money on this one too. Brock Lesnar is going to go in there. He's going to drive right through Mark Hunt. Throw him up against the fence. Either slam him or double leg takedown. Throw him on the ground. Gonna grab his arm, crank it behind him, and if Hunt taps, he's gonna let go, but if not, he's gonna rip his arm off. Brock Lesnar via submission, round number 1 against Mark Hunt. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be physical. You guys are gonna see the monster. I don't think anybody could beat Brock Lesnar on steroids. So we're gonna get Super Brock, WWE Brock, going in there. Slam City, baby. Brock all the way. That's my pick. And I got money on that one too. And up next we got Nunez versus Tate. Or Tate's Nunez, Nunez Tate. Out of respect, I left this one for last because it is the title match. Major props to the UFC for doing what's right. The champ should always headline the event. And they knocked Brock off and they put Misha where she rightfully belongs as the headliner for this one. With that being said, for this one, you got Tate against Nunez. Nunez comes in strong. She's going to try to dominate. She's going to hurt Tate. This fight's going to rely on the officiating, on the ref. If the ref lets it go and doesn't step in and stop things too early, Tate should be able to survive whatever Nunez is going to throw out there, break Nunez, and take the win later on, either by decision or by submission. So I'm picking Tate for this one. Again, there's a chance. If she catches her early, if the ref steps in early, Nunez could take it. But my choice is Tate. Decision or submission, maybe round 4. 5 the latest. And that is it with another episode of SuperB MMA. Got any questions, comments? You want to talk shit, tell me I'm stupid or whatever like you guys normally do? Leave your comments down there. I'll be happy to read them. Until next time, adios.